বাংলার কারিগর, বাংলার স্থপতি।
Bengal's development pipeline. After the current government has come in power, there is a visible project worth around 1.5 lakh crore plus. With that, the potential employment is about 3 to 4 lakh. The major sectors where this money will get invested are in the port, in the railways, in the infrastructure, manufacturing, etc. These are some estimate figure. Imagine that tomorrow West Bengal gets much bigger, much larger amount, say around 5 lakh crores of investment proposal West Bengal gets in ports, facilities, infrastructure, facilities. So the money will be here, or the money is already here. The projects are also signed, but who will build Bengal? We shall discuss all those things in this episode. Bengal is building, but where are the people? We'll discuss brain drain, skill and road to Bengal 2047. Let's understand the major stakeholders of building Bengal 2047. A development of the state Bengal 2047 does not depend on any one single stakeholder. It's a shared vision, it's a shared journey. The major shareholders are government, institutions, industries, citizens, diaspora and Skill India. Out of these 5 major stakeholders, the citizens like to keep in the forefront and government at the bottom, because government does the basic foundation of making the foundation ready, but it is the citizens who are the change agent, who are not the recipient, so who make it happen. So that is about the stakeholders of West Bengal 2047. But that brings us to the, if citizen is at the apex, that brings us to the central question about the missing workforce, why the talent leaves West Bengal, the infrastructure without human capital, what happens if there is an infrastructure but there is no human capital, global success stories. We will also see some of the prominent global success stories and what common lessons we learn from them, and others Indian state model also, from which what Bengal can copy for tomorrow. So now talking about the missing workforce and why the talent leaves West Bengal. West Bengal needs substantial number of engineers, architects, management personnel, scientists, blue collar, white collar jobs, etc. Yet if that is the kind of demand West Bengal has, and which is going to become more and more visible as more and more investment come into the state, then why on the other side Bengal sends approximately 2.2 million, that is 22 lakh migrant workers to other states. Its engineers crowd Bengaluru technology corridor, its masons build Surat's building and Pune's highways. The brain drain, so Bengal has both brain drain and muscle drain. The brain drain, engineers, doctors, managers, researchers who live for better pay, better governance, better opportunity, etc. As regards the muscle drain, take some example. The hawker in Sambazar who become a construction laborer in Rajkot, the welder from Murshidabad who goes to Ahmedabad, the electrician Purulia who builds Chennai Metro, the mason from Malda, the driver from North Bengal. The story goes on. They are already building modern India elsewhere. So who says Bengal does not have the skills? Bengal has skills, but they have migrated to other states and contributing to building modern India. So the question is, how can we bring them back to build modern Bengal? Come to the next question about why talent leaves. Talent leaves because of 2 distinct factors. One is push factor and the second is pull factor. Push factor, which is pushing them out of the state. What is that? Limited job opportunities, lower wages, less developed infrastructure, economic stagnation, etc. So the factors are economic, governance, institutional, etc. What is the pull factor? The pull factor is how the other states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Gujarat, Telangana, how they attract our West Bengal talent to those states. that is because of the pull factor. For example, high paying jobs, they offer high paying jobs, better career growth, advanced technologies, modern urban life they provide. So that is the reason that our workers, our skilled workers, our young professionals, they find other areas, other states, other geographies, even overseas more attractive than West Bengal. Now let us deliberate on infrastructure without human capital. Recently our government has announced major projects in say Haldia and other road and railway infrastructure project. But imagine what will happen if there is no skilled worker, that there are infrastructure, the money is there, the digging ceremony has already started, but does not have skilled workers. So those infrastructure company who has taken up this contract, they will be compelled to hire the skilled worker from UP and other northern and western and south Indian states. So what is the issues? Does not West Bengal have any skilled worker? Bengal does not suffer from actually a shortage of talent. Bengal suffers from shortage of opportunities to retain this talent in West Bengal. The workers are building highways in Gujarat, metros in Bengaluru, industries in Telangana. They are often Bengalis. The 70% odd of approximately 4 million migrant workers who are working in Kerala are mainly from West Bengal and Assam. With the right skill, creation and certification and jobs, they can help build Bengal's own industry, own future. So the challenge is not creating talent from scratch. The challenge is recognizing and upgrading the talent that already exists. Bengal's human capital pyramid. Since we are talking about the brain drain of the human being, so let us talk about how this human capital is actually built up. What is the built up in West Bengal in consonance with the India and the global standard. It goes through 5 different stages. At the bottom is foundational education, that like recently in about 2020, that is National Education Policy 2020 provides our student a foundation. Then from there they get into the degree and they go into the future to become a future ready citizens. From there they become a skilled workforce, they get into jobs as a professional serve, and ultimately they rise to become innovators. So this is the transformational journey, but in that transformational journey, how the skill force will be kept relevant in order to meet the future needs, that is which is the requirement of 21st century of industry 4.0 and 5.0. That is after getting the employment, they have to be put through upscaling and reskilling continuously throughout the life cycle to convert brain drain into a brain gain and to keep them in West Bengal. So we have to focus on retraining and attracting talent through the reskilling process. Now let us talk about some global success stories. How some of the prominent countries like South Korea, Germany, Ireland, they built up the countries to today's standard, and if there is any common lessons for West Bengal to follow. First, talking about South Korea. The South Korea was devastated during World War II, but from there today the South Korea has become one of the most industrialized nation. How it has happened? They focused on education, and education led technology they focused on. Taking an example, the POSCO steel plant is located in an area of where the fishermen and rice farmers live in the surrounding areas. So when the steel plant was to come up, there was absolutely no availability of the skilled manpower. So what kind of vision the South Korea government put forward? They did not want to import any skilled players, any skilled workers for that setting up that skilled industries either from other parts of South Korea or from other countries. Instead, what they did, they launched a workshop, 18-month workshop of training those fishermen and those rice farmers to become till technology expert. So there was a state and the industry partnership, and what is the outcome of that? The technicians created, the steel ecosystems were built, global manufacturing power, and today that POSCO steel plant is the second largest among the first two largest steel plant in the world. So lessons for Bengal is train the people before our Tajpur or Holdia or industrial corridors scale up. Today's migrant workers can become tomorrow's technician. Talk about Germany. Germany had a totally different story. Their education was designed by industry. After Second World War, the Germany had a terrific challenge of post-war rebuilding. There was worker shortage, then there was a massive need for productivity. So what did they do? But there was no manpower. So what did they do? They adopted dual apprenticeship kind of model, that is a student who was studying in college, at the same time taking a break from the college, in between their studies they were also employed in various factories of their choice. As a result of which, that means by fusing these two model of classroom and factory with the paid training, what they did do, they made those students, those young students, job ready graduates. As a result, there was low youth unemployment. They were getting job from the very first day. There was very excellent industrial excellence, because by the time they got into their first job, they were already having some experience of about 2, 3, 4 years while working as an apprenticeship. So the lessons for Bengal is from Germany is our industry must help ITI, polytechnics, curriculum. Our education should be designed by the need of the industries. Talking about Ireland, Ireland has a completely different kinds of challenges. In around 1980s, Ireland had about 17% unemployment. There was massive migration, primarily to United States. Ireland does not have too much of minerals, big coastline, etc., etc. So what did they do? So as a result of which, there was problem, mass migration, huge unemployment, talent leaving, but as a result of which, what they did, the country invested in education. Their point was, first let us invest in education, bring the skills among the people, engage the diaspora, and then build technology hub. Investment will automatically follow. So the result is the talent return. The lessons we can take for Bengal is skill the people first, investment and opportunities will automatically follow. So that is about the global experience of these three countries that just we discussed. We can incorporate, dovetail into West Bengal's own model. Coming about few Indian states, let us talk about Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana. Tamil Nadu is known for fusing the skills and manufacturing to convert the state into a prosperous state. So what they did, they made a strong education base, engineering college, industrial mindset. They intervened the ITIs, polytechnics, industry partnership, industrial cluster. The outcome is Tamil Nadu is one of the biggest auto hub in India, electronic leader and skilled workforce. So the lessons for West Bengal is align the district skills with the district industries. In a similar manner, Karnataka intervened on the startup ecosystem, innovation culture. The output was Bengaluru technology hub, startup, global startup, high value job. The lessons Bengal can learn from Karnataka is talent attracts companies, companies follow talent. It is vice versa, both are dependent on each other. Talk about Gujarat. Gujarat had port, trade, industrial ambition and business culture. What did they do? They set up manufacturing clusters, skill centered industrial state. The outcome is that Gujarat is also one of the manufacturing powerhouse in India. They are the export leader, they are a logistics hub. So the lessons for Bengal is connect port, industry and workforce development like Haldia, Tajpur and Durgapur can form the growth corridors. Telangana built an ecosystem, not just building. So they established technology hub, startup support, innovation ecosystem. The outcome is Hyderabad talent management, knowledge economy, startup growth. We all know the success stories of Telangana. The lessons for Bengal is reverse brain drain needs an ecosystem like Telangana that we have discussed. Returning talents needs an opportunity, network and ambition and support infrastructure. The bigger insight, none of the states that we have discussed became successful because of a single policy or single government or a single factory. They became successful because of a concerted effort by the government, industry, institution and citizen working together for decades. Each state identifies its strength and then they build the overall ecosystem around those strengths. The state's example lead us into the Human Capital Master Plan 2047. If Bengal wants to become prosperous by 2047, if Bengal wants to attract investment, wants to create jobs, then what kind of human capital master plan we build today? We don't need any training camp alone, we don't need any welfare scheme, but what we need is a structured district-wise sector-specific mapping, of every job that Bengal's project will create in the next 5, 10 and 20 years. The Skill Council, luckily the Skill Council of India's Sector Council are the ready-made mechanism for this. Bengal simply needs to copy that, activate them at scale in the state. Reverse brain drain. Imagine what could happen if this human skill, if this human ecosystem is developed successfully and executed in the state, then what will happen? Imagine that after in 2047 that the Bengal's engineers contribute. Every year the Bengal engineers contribute to Bengaluru's success, Bengal workers contribute to Gujarat factories, technicians contribute to Hyderabad growth. But if some portions of it, maybe 10% of this, if they come back, if we are able to channel them back into Bengal's own development, then what will happen? A young engineer from Siliguri works in AI from Kolkata. Imagine a Bengali researcher returns from Europe to build a semiconductor lab. So that's the kind of reverse brain drain we might see if we execute this human development plan successfully. So now let's take the citizens' pledge for West Bengal 2047. Learn one new skill every year, mentor one young person whenever possible, support honest enterprise and job creation, respect skilled worker, help build a culture where talent wants to stay and wants to return. A sincere appeal to the government, let's set up a district-wise skill demand mapping for each job, a recruitment pipeline tied to a project of around 5,000 crore with the project timeline, and skill the workforce accordingly. If we do not do this, then what we will see that our corridors, our project will be built by workers from UP, Rajasthan, as it happens with all large projects as we experience every day. So finally, to sum up, roads can be built, ports can be built, factories can be built, but prosperity cannot be constructed with the concrete alone. Prosperity is built by the skilled people. Investment will create opportunity, institution will create capability, yet the future of Bengal will not be decided only by the government. It will be decided by the citizen, worker, industries, education institution, researcher, dreamers working together in unison. Bengal once helped build modern India. The question before today is, can Bengal build itself again? Our journey to Bengal 2047 continues. Jai Hind, Bande Mataram.